Hello and welcome to episode number 4 of Art with Mr. Borja. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I want to say a huge thanks to all of the artists who have sent in their work over to me. I think it's really cool to see all the creativity again coming out of all of you. So let's keep that going once again. Here's a look at some of the artwork that artists have sent over to me. Let's check it out. And once again, if you would like your artwork showcased on the next episode of Art with Mr. Borja, please be sure to send it over to happydrawing123@gmail.com. I will be able to shout you out and also share it with the rest of the world. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to use a permanent marker so that you are able to see my drawing on the paper. If you have a pencil, please use that. It is easier to erase that than it is a marker. Let's go ahead and get started with this drawing. I'm going to go ahead and start on the left side of the paper, kind of on the lower part of your sheet. I'm going to draw a long, wavy line like this. And go big lump like that. And then end it like that. I'll wait for you to draw that. Alrighty. Now we're going to go ahead and draw the bottom of the head. And again, curve it up. The smiley face. Draw the bottom of the mouth. Like that. Another wavy line for the neck. Then you're going to draw a curved line going down like this. Then you're going to stop. Now we're going to start to draw the legs of this dinosaur. Go ahead and draw a straight line going down like this. Curved line across like that. Straight line going up like this. Now do you see this line right here kind of curves down? I'm going to pretend that this line is going to keep going like that, but then I'm going to start the tummy of this dinosaur right here. So draw a curved line like that. Then leg straight down. Curve. Same thing you did up here, you're going to do over here in the back. Straight line going up. Then the last part of the tail. Like that. So if you don't already know, this is going to be a stegosaurus. One of my all-time favorite dinosaurs because of all the things it has on the back. Now, the stegosaurus does not have 2 legs, it has 4. So go ahead, the same thing that I did in the last episode of the elephant drawing. You're going to draw the legs like this on the other side of the body. So You're going to draw a straight line going down like this. You're going to shorten it though, because it's on the other side of the dinosaur. And then the same thing over here. Draw another little leg, but shorten it because it's on the other side. Now, I can add the details like the eyes. I'm going to show you this little trick because the last couple times I've been drawing, I've been doing a simple eye like that. And that's okay too. If you want to add extra detail for the eye, you can connect these two like that. Draw another little curved line in and color in that part of the eye. If you want to just leave the curved line like this, that is okay too. There is no right or wrong answer. Now, the Stegosaurus has a lot of triangle-looking shapes all around the back. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Starting right over here towards the back of the head, I'm going to draw a little one like that. And then as it keeps going, I'm going to start to draw them a little bit larger and larger and larger. But then as it comes down, they start to go smaller, smaller, smaller. Like this. And these are all just little triangles. See how they start to get a little bit larger? Then as we get to the other side, they start to get a little bit smaller. And on the end of the tail, it has these little spikes coming out like that. I'm going to do 2 on each side. Now, I'm going to draw, I think I'm going to end up drawing some on the other side of the Stegosaurus as well. Here's a little trick that I like to use. See how this triangle is on this side? Draw the other one sticking out right next to it like that. You're not going to draw over it. And you keep doing that for every single triangle. You can do them the same size. So that it looks like there's these large and small triangles on both sides of the Stegosaurus. Like that. And I want to add some detail like to this part here. I'm just going to draw some ovals, some large ones, small ones, tiny ones, medium sized, big one over here. You don't have to do this. It's just a little detail I like to add to all the dinosaurs that I draw. Alright. Then I can draw the ground. Now, with the ground, instead of drawing a straight horizontal line across, I'm going to show you this little trick that I like to use to make it look like it has grass on the ground. It's just these zigzag lines, like this, all the way across. Then I can draw a horizontal line like that to connect a lot of these patches of grass. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add some more detail to this part of the picture because there's a lot of blank space here and I want to use that up. So let me draw another sun. This sun you've already seen me draw in lots of episodes. A simple looking sun. Another detail I would like to add to this part of my drawing are some clouds because it is looking kind of cloudy outside. And these clouds are just going to be little curved lines like that. I draw another one over here. Kind of look like popcorn. Another one over here. Could draw another little one over here. One of the things that I like to do with art is to be as creative as I can. Instead of coloring these triangles one solid color, I'm going to do something a little bit silly. And I'm going to turn every one of these triangles into pizza slices because I love eating lots of pizza. Cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, any kind of pizza. So that's what I'm going to do. Again, there is no right or wrong answer. If you want to do this, go for it. If you don't, totally fine. I want to try to be silly right now and make every one of these triangles a slice of pizza. And this is just gonna look a little bit silly, but that's all right. Some people would call it silly. I call it being creative. Like that. And the ones on the other side, because the cheese and all that other stuff is on the other side of the stegosaurus, I'm just gonna leave these with some dots like that. Because this is the other side of the pizza that we don't see usually. I might end up coloring that part brown. But then on this side, I can color in the cheese yellow, color the crust in brown, I could color the pepperonis red. Another thing I want to add to this are the little toes of my stegosaurus. Well, I guess it's not a stegosaurus anymore. It could be a pizzasaurus. I don't know. I think I might be done. I almost forgot one last detail here. Remember that little birdie? He's back. And I think the little birdie's name is Francis, but I want to call this little birdie Frankie for short. And I think I'm ready for coloring. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to grab any colors, crayons, color pencils, markers, anything you have. I have these markers. And remember, they are your responsibility to clean up. And also, if there's anybody sitting next to you, you can share them. Let's get started. The first thing I'm going to color in is Frankie, our little friend that seems to come into all of our artworks. I remember I colored Frankie in purple. in the last couple episodes, so I'm just going to continue coloring this little friend purple. Beak is going to be yellow. Got to be careful with the yellow marker and the black ink. We don't want to ruin that. I'm going to color our pizza slices right now. Again, take your time with it. There is no right or wrong answer. If you chose to add some pizza slices to your stegosaurus, great. You can color your pizza in any color you'd like. If yours was just cheese pizza, that's cool too. But I really like cheese and pepperoni pizza, so I guess I chose the pepperoni ones because they add some more detail to my drawing. And again, there is no right or wrong answer. This is your artwork. You are in charge of your own paper and your own art. I'm curious to see what you all come up with. Remember, if you'd like to share your artwork with the rest of the world, just send it on over to happydrawing123@gmail.com. I'll be sure to shout you out. Take your time with this, folks. These last slices, because they're small, are going to be a little bit tricky. So again, take your time. Don't rush these things. You don't want to ruin your artwork or your markers. Pizza crust. Again, I'm going to leave some white on the crust because I want it to look a little bit lighter than the brown the marker makes. If you want to color it a different color, go for it. If you want to have red crust, color it red. If you want blue crust, color it blue. It's totally up to you. Take your time. Hope you've been having a wonderful day today. Hope you had a chance to go outside, even though it's a little bit cloudy. That's all right. I'm going to color the pepperoni. Take your time with this. Hope you all have enjoyed the art lessons that I've been posting. Hope you are encouraging others to do art with you, like your family, some friends maybe. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and start coloring this part of the Stegosaurus. Now, I think I'm gonna color him orange. I'm gonna start on this side. Again, you want to take your time when you're coloring. I think with the orange marker here, if you're using markers as well, you want to be careful that you don't go over any of the black lines, because then you will ruin your orange marker or any of the other markers that are lighter colored. You want to keep them as good as you can so that they last you a long time. I'm going to go ahead and keep coloring the rest of the Stegosaurus or the Pizzasaurus orange, and I will see you in a couple seconds. Alright, I'm almost done coloring in my Pizzasaurus. Again, I want to encourage you to take your time. You don't want to rush these things. You just want to take your time. We're not in a hurry. I'm going to show you a little trick to get the other two legs on the other side of the Stegosaurus a little bit darker, because there's some shadow going over them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add some straight lines going across like this with a darker color. So just to get them a little bit darker, because they're on the other side of the Stegosaurus, kind of casting a shadow. See, they're still orange, but they just look a little bit darker. Alright, for these little spots, I'm thinking I should color them red, kind of like pepperonis. And again, if you want to do these spots, if you want to color these spots rainbow color, that is totally fine. Take your time. If you want to leave some white lines in between, that's okay too. I think I want to color in these spots a solid color. I hope you've had a chance to help out at home with some of the chores that you have to do, like cleaning up your rooms, washing dishes if they need to be washed, helping fold the laundry, helping do the laundry. All that is important stuff that needs to be taken care of as well. I'm going to go ahead and color in the grass. Take your time. I just want to say a huge thanks to all of you who have sent me your artwork. I love seeing all the creativity, and I want you all to know that I'm going to encourage you to share the videos that I post up with any other friends that you may have that you think would want to do art together. I'm going to keep doing these every other day. And again, if you have an idea of any other animals that you would want me to draw, or just any other thing that you want me to draw, please send it my way. I'll take that into consideration for the next episode. Now, in the last episode, I was telling you how the blue marker I have was running out of ink. Now, I'm going to show you a little trick that I like to do. So this trick I'm going to show you is using the same blue marker, the one that I told you is kind of running out of ink. I'm going to show you this little trick. I want you to choose one part of the sky that you want to start on. I'll start on this little corner over here. And start to draw lines. Leave some white space in between. That way, it looks even lighter. What this is going to do is you're not wasting a lot of the ink because you're leaving some of the area dry or white. You're going to do that for this whole sky. And it's going to take time. That's okay though. I want you to keep doing it. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. If you want to color it in blue, totally fine. I'm just doing this trick because the blue ink on this marker is running out, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep on going. I'm not going to let that stop me from using it. See how I'm taking my time with the lines. These lines aren't touching. I want to still be able to see blue, but also white. Like that. I'm going to go ahead and continue to color the sky. I'll see you in a little bit. So this is taking longer than I wanted it to, but you know what? That's all right. I'm just going to keep on doing this little detail to the sky. Another thing I like to do too is every so often when I'm doing this, I like to switch up the direction of my lines so I can start to do them like this. And when they meet with the other lines here in a second, I don't know if you can see that. When they meet with the other lines, I'm just going to stop. I'm not going to cross them. I'm just going to stop where that line ends. Like that. Yes, folks, it's going to take a longer time, but I think it looks cool. And I'm going to challenge you to try something new. Instead of using Scribble Scrabble and coloring in the whole thing, because that's how the ink in your markers get wasted, try to use a little technique like this to save some of the ink so that they last longer. Again, it will take time. That's okay though. I want to be careful to not draw over my clouds. Like that. Take your time. And if your lines aren't perfectly straight, that's not a big deal. If some of the lines are touching, that's not a big deal. See, like that one got a little bit too close. That's all right. Just gonna keep on going. think I'm going to switch up the direction of my lines again to straight up and down, like that. Again, if you want to keep the direction of your lines going the same way all throughout the sky, go for it. I just like doing it because it almost plays a trick on your eyes when you look at it from afar. And it kind of just looks cool. And again, when they meet, we end right there. We don't go any further. We don't cross them yet. I'll show you that in another episode. I think I want to change the direction of my lines again. I'll change it up to horizontal, like this. Again, if you want to keep your lines the same direction, you can do that. Not a big deal. There's no right or wrong answer. Another reason why I like to change up the direction, because I can get tired of drawing the same direction over and over again. So then I change it up so that it gives me something to do differently. I think I could start to change the direction again. There is no rule of when you can or can't start to change the direction of your lines. If you feel like it, do it. Yeah, it's gonna take long, but we're almost done with this anyway, so I think in the end it's gonna be worth it when you see the cool patterns that you've come up with. I'll change it again. Now, another trick I like to do is, instead of having your hand go that different way, I like to shift the whole page over so that it's a little bit more comfortable for me sometimes. If you are comfortable with the way you were doing it, go for it. I'm just doing what works for me. You do what works for you. I'll change up the direction again. Start going this way. Oh, I forgot to color in these two things. I should color them in yellow. I also forgot to color in the toes or the nails of my Pizzasaurus. Continue my sky. I'm gonna go ahead and complete this, and I'll see you in a couple seconds. All right, so I've colored in, or I've added the detail to the sky. I left a lot of white in between the lines. I don't know if you can see that, but it took me a long time, but you know what? In the end, I really like the way it looks. So I want to challenge you to do the same. And if you didn't, that's okay. You could probably do the same for the next episode. I'm gonna go ahead and color in my sun right up here. Take your time with it. There is no right or wrong answer. If you wanted to color your sun orange, go for it. If you want a blue sun, go for it. The clouds, I think I'm gonna keep the clouds white because I'm looking outside and they look white to me, so I'll just keep them like that. I think I'm done with my drawing. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure my name or my initials are on the lower right hand corner. If you want to put it on the lower left, you can. I'm gonna put it right here, RB. I think I'm done coloring with my artwork. Now it's that time to go ahead and write about my artwork today. So flip your paper over. I'm going to write, every time you start a new sentence, we always start with a capital letter. Remember that? I'm going to start up here. I'm going to say, this finger space is finger space. I'm going to let you come up with a name for your artwork. I will come up with it later, but I'm going to challenge you to write your own ideas. This is, and then you're going to write the name of your dinosaur. I'm going to say, oh, and again, because there's no more room here on this side, I'm going to start on the next line. Always start with a capital letter. She, finger space, likes, finger space, pizza, finger space, and I will let you come up with some other stuff that your dinosaur likes to do. I'm going to challenge you to come up with 2 sentences. If you want to do even more, write more. I'd love to see all your work, your artwork, and your writing. All right, so now that we are all done with our art and our writing, we have to remember rule number 4, which is clean up all materials. So please do so. Again, if you were using markers, check to see that they all have the tops on them so that they don't dry out. You want to keep those organized so that they last you a long time. Put your marker, your pencil away if you have that. Again, artists, you are in charge of every material that you used. Clean up after yourself, so how about your family at home? All right, artists, I think that's all the time we have for today. If you would like to share your artwork and your writing with me, please be sure to send your stuff over to happydrawing123@gmail.com. I'll be able to shout you out and share your art and writing with the rest of the world. If you liked today's episode, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you would like to share the Art with Mr. Borja episodes with anybody else, please be sure to share that and hit the subscribe button to get the notifications whenever the next episode comes on. I want to say thank you all for joining me. I hope you had an awesome time, and I hope to see you next time. Happy drawing!